Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. And This is Sunaina here. As usual, you know my name by now, but I just keep reintroducing myself. Now, this is an energy reading for the Divine Masculine. Now, like I have done, the twin flame connection energy with regards to the signs, I'm going to be doing the same, but this time it's only going to focus on the divine masculine alone and their energies in this connection as well. Now, having said this will be a time frame I've taken for myself from the 1st to the 15th of July 2019, but take it as it resonates with you. And whenever you're being called to watch this reading, it's not time stamped, guys. Now, again, it's a general reading, it's not a personal reading. So, whatever resonates, take that. Whatever doesn't, throw it out of the window, guys. Okay? Now, having said this, the bottom of the deck for this reading in here is the Eight of Swords in the upright, guys. So, it tells me that in this point in time, from the 1st to the 15th July 2019, the divine masculine is trying to set himself free from whatever is holding him back. But because at this moment he's chained, he's imprisoned, he's tied up, he's not a happy person. He wants to leave. One of his leg is in the chain, the other is free, and he's trying to move. But at the same point in time, there is somebody behind him who is holding his hands and letting him know that it's not the time. Because this man, whoever he is behind the divine masculine, has the holy book in his hand, and he's letting him know that your divine timing has not yet arrived for you to set yourself free from this area of your life. So you need to wait. You need to bring back order in your zone. You need to cure yourself. You need to heal. And then you have to move with regards to whatever you have to do in your life. So this is the bottom of the deck in here that gives you an overall picture of what is going on in his life. Because wherever he is a very unhappy person at this point. He's not at all enjoying that kind of lifestyle that he is leading or living. And every moment of his day, he wants to rush, break open the chain, and move away from that zone. That is the kind of energy that is coming through this card in here for this reading, guys. Now, with regards to his major arcana, he has the Tower or the Destruction, okay, which is setting fire on the ship that he had been sailing for so long, moving on, destructing everything, clearing that zone, and moving in a completely new ship to a different direction, guys. That's the energy of the major arcana with the Tower. That's Mars in here for him. Okay, so he definitely wants to take away, he wants to set himself free with the Eight of Swords in here. He wants to finish his responsibility, his duties, his whatever, he has been carrying in that tower. His ego, his pride, excuse me, whatever the wrong in the past that he has been doing with regards to his connection in this journey, he knows about it, but he wants to end that. He wants to end, he wants to move forward, he wants to take off, begin a new journey in a completely new ship that's going to bring him back all his fulfillment, his abundance, his life, his joy, his love, his everything, right? Okay. So this is what he has as the major arcana. And the bottom of the deck for the arcana, he has, I was watching it while shuffling, he has death here too. Okay. So Tower and death, major, major change, ladies and gentlemen, major change that he's moving towards. Okay. Now the romance angel, what they have to tell him here now is free yourself. Again, the Eight of Swords, new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. New love. It's not new love, new love. I don't think that is what it is. It is that he has woken up to this connection of this love journey, guys. He has been made to realize that this is not an ordinary journey that he had been probably visualizing it as, or he had been thinking that the love was just an infatuation, just a dream, just a fantasy, that what probably was with him earlier on. But now he has woken up, or he has been stirred with that romantic feeling for you, divine feminine, where he is coming to the realization that he has to set himself free in order to proceed towards you. But at the same time, the romance angel, they are letting him know, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So, when he makes that move, and if he does it right away, he will be in trouble, guys, because there are many red flags in the way for him to move. He's being watched continuously, what he is doing, how he is behaving, where he is, what action he is taking, what kind of situation is. People are trying around him, people are trying to study him, people are trying to trap him, they're not letting him go, and he is trying to do things undercover at this point to not let the world know what he is actually trying to manifest or do. But at the same time, he's been cautioned to pay attention to the red flags, because while he is walking away, or he's going to try to walk away to this new love, excuse me, that he is manifesting under his own shield, under his own cover, he is being continuously kept in focus by people around him, so that he cannot really set his chariot in motion right away. Okay? He's being watched like a hawk. His actions are being monitored. His words are being monitored by people who know him. Everything is being monitored. So he is being cautioned to take the approach in a very guided way, because he has danger around him. There are monsters around him, guys. So he might be keeping his secret to himself, his action to himself, but at the same time, he has to watch for those monsters, which are lurking around his zone at this point in time. Because they know that somebody knows in here that this divine masculine, the earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that they are trying to move. They are not in that frame of mind to hold on any longer. So that is the reason somebody is trying to push that, enforced area onto their life to keep them imprisoned, so that he's not able to make his move, guys. But he has to watch for it. It's dangerous, okay, because he might get into a serious trouble, guys. Now, his past position with regards to this connection, guys, is the Three of Cups in the reverse, which is clear message that he definitely had lost everything. His joy, his celebration, his love, excuse me, his enjoyment, his social connection that he was probably enjoying through you, Divine Feminine, everything that he had within his zone, um, even just words, communication, actions, everything that you had brought into his life with the Three of Cups did not last. This is the recent past. So he felt that vacuum, he felt that kind of emptiness with everything gone from his zone, and that is probably the reason. Because of this, he now realizes he has woken up to this connection even more, because now he knows that he has to take his ship in a different direction, which has to be a new ship. He cannot travel or continue to travel in two boats. He has to set one boat on fire for him to jump into the other boat in here, guys. That is a situation with the tower. And that he knows that he has to end one situation, one boat that, because for so long I get this feeling that he had been traveling in the twin flame as well as in his other life together. But now he knows that he cannot continue to do that. He has to finish off with that old boat before he can jump and sail into the new boat that you are manifesting for him, Divine Feminine. Okay? Now, this was his past connection or past state of mind or past feeling towards this relationship. As well as the present times, he's got the Ace of Shield or the Ace of Pentacle in the reverse, which clearly indicates that he knows now that he has missed the opportunities that had come into his zone with regards to this connection, guys. He had everything, you know. He had love, he had that sacred knowledge, he had the sacred blessings, he had that love from the universe that came towards him through you. And this being in the reverse clearly tells me that he chose not to take it at whatever point. And today he's regretting that decision. He's regretting the fact that he has lost that opportunity. He had made bad investments with this pentacle in the reverse. He did not pay attention to the fact that what he is getting or what he was getting at that point in time was so very divine, was so very blessed, that he should have taken that in the right way, which of course he did not. And that is the reason there is a regret of this lost opportunity in him, a missed chance that he has probably lost out with you, Divine Feminine, because he had chosen that connection over a bad investment that he has made in whatever zone that he has manifested for himself, guys. Okay, so definitely there is a regret, there is a storyline here with this Ace of Pentacle in the reverse, letting the divine masculine know that he has taken a wrong step in his life that has led him into a complete messy area, guys. Okay, now it was, of course, a poor investment. It required him to drain his own resources that he had initially reserved, and that was one of the issues. It also means that, it could also mean that in the present time, he's facing difficulty with his own financial problems. And, he's also being advised not to take large financial risk at this point in time. So He's also, at this moment, because of a lot of trouble in his financial zone that I see in here, he is being advised not to rush towards any decision at this point because it's not right to free himself at this moment until things settle down, until he settles down, until everything comes to the right place. So it's like, it could also be an illusion on his part because he's fearing the disaster that is moving towards him. But at the same time, if he doesn't get scared of that illusion, it might actually lead him to the downfall. So he's just taking precautions, even though he knows at this moment that for him, things are not the same, guys. I mean, he wants to go in a different direction. That's the energy I'm getting out of this entire story in here. But at this moment, he himself is in such a disturbed state, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, that at this moment he is not being really able to rush and move forward. But in the immediate future, guys, he has got the Knight of Sword, okay, which is all about action, which is being impulsive, which is again defending his own belief to move towards a different direction, guys. That's coming up in the immediate future, but right now you will have to wait. Divine Feminine. But once he is ready to move, he will. He will take off. He will defend his own belief that he wants in life, he wants to do. And it could be an impulsive action for sure. But at the same point in time, that is where he is heading towards in the near future. Okay? Because that is what the entire story is. But at this point in time, he has to stall that movement, guys. He has to. Because with this Knight of Sword, the main thing about this card in here is that once somebody sets forth towards their own destination and goal, there is absolutely no stopping them. Because this Knight of Sword, he doesn't see, he doesn't care about any challenges, and anything and everything that comes in his way, he is going to throw that away. He's going to put a tower moment and he will walk away as free as a bird. Okay, but that's in the immediate future. So you will have to be patient, Divine Feminine, for this to happen. And it's going to happen. But right now, this is the position until he gets his stuff in order, until he settles his own issues, financial, mental, emotional, psychological, all the issues that he has within himself, he will have to hold on for that impulsive action to take place. Because once he sets his determination in place to get what he wants, he will be blindfolded with this card of any consequences that he has to take upon himself in order to move towards his own success story. Okay? So, but this again, it's what he's about to do is going to be dangerous. At this point, he cannot, because without preparation or an actual foresight, if he takes off right now, he could just land himself into a ditch, guys. And that's why the red flags are cautioning him. Okay? They're asking him to slow down at this moment. They know he wants to free. They know he wants to set the tower in action. They know he wants to rush forward to his love destination. But the universe is not letting him do it because they don't want him to fall into the ditch and kill himself or the relationship forever. So they are kind of holding him, they are trying to restrain him, excuse me, they are trying to bind him down, so that when the timing is right, they are going to let the chains off and that he can move. Okay, so let's take a clarifier here for the Three of Cups in the reverse. That's his immediate or the recent past, guys. Yeah. And see, he has realized about this lack of enjoyment. He knows that it was only because of you, Divine Feminine, that he had what he had in his zone. And there is no indecision on this fact with the Two of Swords in the reverse. There is no indecision that he needs to get back with you in order to fulfill his own prosperity, desires, the love, the abundance, the fulfillment, the joy, the bliss, everything. No indecision that you are the only person, Divine Feminine, who could have given him or who will be able to give him what he truly desires from this connection with you, from this love story with you, guys. Okay, now let's take a clarifier for the Ace of Shield in the reverse, or the Ace of Pentacle in the reverse in here. Please give me a clarifier for the Ace of Shield and the Ace of Pentacle. And see, he knows that he's got the Three of Swords in here. He knows this, what I told you. And he's very hurt. He's in pain. He's in pain, guys. Okay, he knows what he has done, the missed opportunity, the bad investment, all that stuff that's coming back to him with the Three of Swords. He knows that he had taken all the wrong decisions in the times when he had the chance to do that. And today, with all the ongoing situations in his life, with finance, with his own resources, with his own joy, happiness, he doesn't have anything. It's the Three of Swords. He is in pain, guys. He is in a lot of pain. And then, because it's a regret. It's a regret that is coming back to him of what has happened in this connection with you, of what you have done for him earlier, what he had done in return. Everything that he is now taking that as a missed opportunity of his bad investment that he had done previously, that now is coming back in such a way that it's giving him so much of pain, guys. Look at the Three of Swords. He has a bleeding heart at this moment. He is in a very bad state, guys. Very, very bad state. Okay. Now going forward in the immediate future with the Knight of Swords, let's see what is the clarifier my angels give me here. Please give me a clarifier with the Knight of Swords in here. But you know what it is with the immediate future in here, it is telling me that the determination to move forward is coming to him. He's making his plans. And how he is making his plans is with the Ten of Swords. He's got very airy energy. It's all very mental, okay? He's mentally doing his stuff at this moment. He's not telling anybody right now. And that is the reason he is still under covers in this card, if you see here. So he is planning it all very mentally. To move forward, he will have to clear his zone, clean all the troubles, rise above the Ten of Swords to make the sun back or to bring the sun back in his life. He will have to finish everything that is not serving him to move forward again in the right direction with you, ladies, in this twin flame connection as well, guys. But, this is all very mental energy because right now, he's not doing anything right away since he's going through that pain. He knows about his own story. He knows what he had done wrong, what went wrong. And he also knows the fact that for him to start the new beginning, he will have to end something to move forward. And that is there in his mental energy, that he has to end the old, the 10, and begin the new once again in this love situation, in this twin flame connection. And that is when he is ready. The Knight of Sword is going to move, is going to gallop. And that is the time when he will not care about what people think, what they are telling him, what they are kind of thinking about him, but right now he is in that energy. Even with the Eight of Sword, it's a mental energy that he knows he is tied up right now. The love angels are asking him to move, free himself. It's all happening during this point in time. It's all very mental state right now that he's working through to clear everything, because you have to get prepared mentally in order to take action in the physical world, guys. Okay, so that's what is happening to him. Now, with regards to this beautiful connection, what does he know? He knows it's the Ace of Cups for him. That's where his connection lies. That's where his love is. His love is the place where he gets all his emotions, where he gets all his love, where he is being blessed by the Holy Grail. In this deck, it's the Holy Grail. Okay, that's where he knows this connection is for him. He knows that, he knows that he won't get this anywhere on this planet Earth. And that this connection has not been manifested by you and him, divine masculine and divine feminine. This connection has been manifested by the universe. It's been manifested a long time before you guys have even come on this planet Earth. It was already a decided factor that you two guys are going to be twins, to walk into this journey, to take your love situation in a different direction, because you guys have been born as twins, because this was a pre-decided factor from the universe, and he knows that. He knows that it is not him, it is not you, it is nobody, and this is where his emotions lie, in the Holy Grail, in the Ace of Cups. Let's take a clarifier for the Ace of Cups. And that is the reason he wants to move towards that Ace of Cups, because right now both you guys are sitting alone. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Both you guys are alone. Okay? And he is alone too. He is alone too. So he knows that for him to bring back this beautiful love, he needs to flourish. He needs the investment. He needs his money. He needs his love. He needs his nourishment. He needs his independence. He needs his luxury, his comfort, because he's trying to build them up right now in order for him to receive that Ace of Cups from the universe towards this connection, guys. Because right now he is very alone. He is very lonely. He is not, he's very unhappy being alone at this moment, because he knows that in order for him to take this Ace of Cups, he has to go along with you in this journey to manifest this beautiful relationship into the next level. But right now, what he is doing is he's trying to gather his own self-courage, his determination for the comfort, for the luxury, for the money, for the independence, to nourish the divine connection in the right possible way. He will have to do what he will have to do in order for him and you to take the Ace of Cups that has already been your destiny in this relationship, in this lifetime, to take it forward. But right now, he knows he's very lonely, guys, divine feminine. He's extremely lonely, but at this moment, he's not being, because he had invested in wrong places. He had invested in false stories of success. He had been spending recklessly without saving money, or he had been giving away money to people, just aimlessly, trying to be very charitable at certain point in time in his life. But now he knows he will have to correct himself in order for him to receive back this love from the universe that is his destiny. He knows that, guys. Okay, so that's what it is going on with the earth signs right now in their divine masculine, for the divine masculines, guys. Okay, but right now he is very, very lonely. He is extremely sad. He is perturbed because he has to start to rebuild everything. And that is why you can see that he has got the Three of Swords here in his present condition, because he is realizing the fact that what has happened or what has gone wrong was not so much because of you, Divine Feminine. It was most because of him, of what he has done with this connection in the past, right? So now again, he will have to free himself from all that areas of mishap, all that areas of stagnation, to come to the point where he can join you in this holy grail of bringing this love together that was supposed to have been done a long time before, guys. Okay, and he has woken up to this fact. He knows about it now. Now his internal self during this period is the Seven of Shield, or the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, guys. Okay, so in the internal self, he has realized that whatever he had harvested for so long has just gone down the drain. It's stinking, it's smelling. The fruits have died. Everything has just broken down. The trees have withered. There are no flowers in his garden, kind of a situation. Because he knows that internally, he knows that whatever he had reaped, even with the money part of his story, that is where there is a big amount of issue with the pentacles showing up in here again. Okay, and now he knows one thing with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, guys. He now knows internally that going forward, he's not going to work towards anything more that is not going to give him any result, or is going to distract him, or there will be a lack of reward from all the hard work that he has put in his life. So internally he is regretting this kind of a situation, but at the same time, his returns are not seen, they're scattered. Okay, so which means that the rewards of his labor is not as significant as he had perhaps imagined or had thought. So now with this reverse card, he is waking up to the fact that he will only spend money, time, and energy in the place that's going to bring him back the reward, or else he's not going to do it. So therefore, with the Seven of Pentacles, he needs to evaluate his choices. Now he understands that internally. He needs to evaluate his choices to figure out where he has to drain his resources. Okay? So even with his relationship, where he has to put how much effort and emotions is what he will have to reevaluate. Is that what he needs to put back in this beautiful journey, or else again it will be gone from his zone, guys. Okay, effort, time, money, hard work, everything. So it's best for him, because now internally he's been given the time to reevaluate the situation, to understand what he has done wrong with you, Divine Feminine, or excuse me, or with this journey. He has the time during this period to reevaluate his situation, to know what he has to now do in order to bring back this connection into its own fruition, guys. How much effort, how much energy, how much emotion he had actually put and how much he hadn't. He's trying to be honest with that situation within himself to reevaluate the choices that he has perhaps made before and which perhaps he was in denial, to start off with. But now he is going through that reevaluation of his own self predicament. Okay, that he's hearing the truth. He's knowing the truth. He's getting a hold of the truth that his focus intention had been in the wrong place earlier on, which disrupted this entire journey of this connection for him. He knows because he was not honest in this connection for quite some time or for a very long time. Guys, let's take a clarifier for the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse in here. Yes, he is owning up to that internally. Internally, he is doing a lot of work. He's owning up to that, and he's owning up to this in the truthful way as an emperor. Okay, he has now got the hold of this problem area. He's not trying to justify that. He is owning it up. He is putting an order. He is putting a control. He is taking justice, clarity, and truth into himself internally to own up to his own fault, to own up to his own issues that he had manifested, which kind of strangled this relationship, guys. So he has the Emperor, a major arcana within his heart that he now knows that he has to. He doesn't have a choice, guys. He doesn't have a choice. The universe is not leaving him with a choice, but he might not be telling you because it's very internal, it's very private. But internally and in privacy, this is what he's doing. He's owning up. He knows this story now. He is taking justice, clarity, and truth into his heart to understand his own problems, to know what he had done with you, to know how much time he had given you in reality, or how much emotions he had actually drained in this relationship. He's owning it up now. He's owning it up to bring back the right control and order into his internal self that in turn will show you the result in this relationship, guys. Okay, in his external self, he has got the Ace of Swords, which is he is resting the truth, guys. His breakthrough, his clarity, his sharp mind is all coming on the focus, on the external self. He can see things now clearly. Okay? In this period from 1st to the 15th of July, externally too, he can see who stands for what he is, who is giving him what he is taking and what he is getting in return. He is getting a breakthrough, a clarity, a sharp mind to understand externally in the 3D as well what is going on with him or within his own group, guys. So he can see through everything. It's like it's like waking up all of a sudden, one fine day to get into that feeling, oh, I can see that. It's my third eye chakra that suddenly opened up and I can see the truth for myself, and the truth is right here in front of me. It's right here. It's on this place. That sword is just lying. And I can see this clearly, and I can not only see this, it's a breakthrough, it's a clarity for me. It's a very sodi energy again. It's a mental stuff, but it's a lot of mental energy here. Externally also, he's using his mental energy to see through the breakthrough, the clarity, because his mind has suddenly woken up. It's become very clear and sharp for him to understand this issue even more. Let's take a clarifier for the Ace of Sword. And he can see, externally, he can see everything now. Who means what to him, what people are giving him, how they are interacting with him, what value they hold for him, and so on and so forth. So at this point in time, externally, he's getting a hold of all these energies because he now knows where his Ten of Pentacles lies. Okay? And it lies with you, although there is a lingering resentment of having done what he has done. So now he's looking mentally, the breakthrough has helped him to move in a different direction, to understand that he has to widen his horizon. He has to wait for the ships to come into the harbor. At the same point in time, he needs that rapid growth in order to move away, in order to put a tower situation, free himself towards his new love, take off the chains of imprisonment from himself to move towards the calm waters of the ocean, clearing his baggage. So with the Three of Wands and the Six of Swords, guys, it's the fire and the air together that's coming together with regards to this Knight of Swords again here, okay? He's trying to, because now he has realized with the breakthrough, with the clarity, with the sharp mind, that he had everything in his zone, guys, which he has lost. The Ten of Pentacles. And he has lost because he was the person who had created that war, who had brought in the turmoil in the zone. And that is the reason he could have got everything. But today he regrets. There is a lingering resentment of what he has lost out of this connection that he could have otherwise manifested by this time. So he knows that mentally again. He could have had his money in place. He could have had his love in place. He could have had a beautiful family relationship in place. His legacy, his inheritance, everything that he had, but he lost it all because of his mental disclarity at a certain point in time. And today, with the Five of Swords in the reverse, he has that lingering resentment of what did I do? Really, what did I do? Why did I lose this? How dumb was I? Really? I mean, this is somebody who had to be dumb at a certain point in time, and this is today he's facing that resentment. So now he has the desire to reconcile. He knows he has to reconcile with the Ace of Swords, which is all about truth and clarity again. He has to reconcile, and he has to ask for your forgiveness. He knows that, an apology. He knows he owes you an apology, ladies. But at the same time, with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Truth, he knows in order for you to come to him or for him to come to you, he has to expand his vision, move towards a new direction, set his old boat on fire, and move into the calm water of the ocean that's going to give him back his peace, his harmony, his life, his legacy, his abundance, and his prosperity. The challenge in him right now is the tower in here, guys. The tower here and the tower here. Double confirmation, it's a dupe. That's a challenge area with Mars in here, okay? But you have to hold on to this challenge because it is definitely a challenge, guys, with so many things going on in his own zone. To put an end right away is a challenge for him. So let's take a clarifier with regards to this tower in here. Because Mars is not allowing him right now. Too many cards. Please give me one card as an explanation for the tower as your challenge, Divine Masculine. It is a challenge for him, because all the reading that I'm doing right now, it's telling me it's not going to be easy for him to unburden himself right away, but he will do that. in the coming days. He will do that, but it is a challenge right now because he will have to tell you the truth in order for him to move into the tower position, in order for him to begin this journey with the Knight of Pentacles in here. But until he gets that, until he can move out of that chaos and that brutality that is surrounding him at this moment, he won't be able to start this Knight of Pentacles, the journey right now. So the truth is this tower in here. That's a challenge, definitely, because it's halting his movement towards this relationship, towards you, Divine Feminine. Because the first thing first is he has to clear his own chaos and brutality of his own self. Get back the sword in the right direction for truth, clarity, and honesty. Ace of sword here, ace of sword here. It's a dupe again. So if you compare this to, again, he knows this, what he has done in the past, I just explained to you, and what he has to do going forward. But for that, he has to clear and wait on this tower to come to him, which will allow him to move forward. But right now, that's coming up as a challenge area because it's going to take him a little while before he can get into the Knight of the Knight of Sword energy on the horse to move across to you. Over the ocean, over the land, over the seas, it doesn't matter, but he will have to do that. Now, the outcome for him right now is the King of Cups and the Two of Cups in the reverse. Both are in the reverse, guys. So it means that the outcome is letting me know that at this moment, he's not being able to balance this energy of his emotion with his love right now because he's got too many things in his zone, and he's kind of a very troubled soul because he knows that his emotion was his problem towards this love, that, in order for him to bring back into his zone, he will have to get back his emotional state, his emotional intelligence in the right direction, because it's only when he can move in the right direction that the cup or the love, the Two of Cups, will come back to him. He knows that. So right now, that is what the situation is. Let's look at a clarifier for the outcome, guys. So he's going to take his time at this moment. He's fighting his own battle. You will have to wait for him to fight and finish this battle, Divine Feminine. This is the energy. This is the time period. Please give me a clarifier for the King of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Cups in the reverse. Because right now, his heart is very bitter. He is closed off his heart. His emotions have dried up, and that is the reason. He knows that the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, guys, with the Page of Cups at the bottom of your clarifier deck, is for him to start this teamwork, guys. He will have to make this offer of love to you. Okay? He will have to move the chariot towards you. And for this, he will have to clean and clear his own soul with the Hermit card in here to get rid of his fears, to move towards this journey in the right direction, carrying the load to heal himself and this connection in the right possible way, ladies and gentlemen, ladies especially, guys. So he knows that, but right now, he's waiting for the death situation. He's waiting for the tower situation before everything can work out in his direction, before he can move forward to offer you this Page of Cups. Because right now, he knows if he moves, he won't be able to do anything much because he's still tied up, guys. He has to free himself. He has to take off in the right direction for him to come back to this commitment agreement of this rigid structure, to build back this teamwork of love in the right direction. But before all that happens, he will have to set himself free to move forward in the rightful way, guys. Okay, so that is the bottom line of the story for the divine masculine earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in this period. But I'm curious to see how these energies move and will be moving going forward. Till then, wish you all the best. Goodbye, good luck, Khuda Hafiz, Namaste, and see you soon once again.